like the father. He doesn't like his children being bullied.
Uh,
Let's see.
Grant,
Let's see, Red.
His body is ready.
What happened last
I
time?
am so ready. Yes, Red. What happened last time?
Well, what happened last time was Wanda decided to, well, make a step forward, I think, in her mind, to maybe have Victor hang out with Cammy while she goes off to take care of business, instead of having Cammy live at home by herself, since she has the opportunity to, get to know her father. And while she was trying to do this as to be a kind gesture, it probably messed some plans up that Victor was going on with, as she did offer to, maybe we can do this a different time, but he was very eager to spend time with Cammy, and even went to his good friend Johnny to, instead of like, hey, those couple of days, how about I can take your place now to hang out with my daughter for the normal activities? Which Johnny, of course, was fine with, especially seeing Victor's dilemma about what to give Cammy for a time to relax in movies and things like that. Apparently, as well as the family movies that he's kept since his own tragedy happened as well. And even though Cammy was a bit reluctant to see kid stuff, she was happy to be hanging out with her dad, as Wanda went off to go do other work, seemingly having a job from a good friend, Villarago. While that's going on, Claire was trying to get to the bottom of this mystery of her visions, this thing about Chicago, reaching out to a man by the name of Jeremy, who was willing to help, of course, in exchange for some good business, as he gave her a bit of a rundown of what's going on. Apparently, there's been a couple of changes in Chicago, aggressive management, and apparently one by the name of Freya who's taken up the department head in that regard. And when she brought the point that Freya seems to have gotten that invitation to New York, seemed to have impressed him as well, which shows there's a lot more going on, at least what she plans, or maybe a lot more ambition for her as well. Regardless, Claire went off to speak with Lydia, letting her know about what she's found out, as well as the deal that was going on. Lydia seemed not to take this at all seriously, considering as well as the connection that possibly exists between Freya and Abaddon later on as well. She seemed to see Abaddon as this baby demon, actively only a few years ago, 3 years in fact. Not really much in the way of interest for her, especially since more likely she won't last long compared to the other ones who's been around far longer. As well as, Freya has been a bit of an annoyance for her. She was planning originally to dismiss it, but regardless, she encouraged Claire to, play around with this. Have a chance to grow and, see what it works out with someone who's not going to be, too much of an issue for her, hopefully. Claire, a bit unsure and not really not having as much confidence in the idea of dismissing this whole connection that Lydia was, went back home and did another soothsaying, we'll say, a vision as well, showing the numbers as they increase one frequency as Abaddon's influence expands with Freya's as well. And what that means exactly, she doesn't know, but it keeps growing as she will tell Lydia herself later about these concerns of what she saw, and telling her that maybe dismissing Abaddon and Freya as a whole is not the best option. Something's happening here. Lydia, taking a bit of Claire's concern, decided to change her mission parameters a bit, tell her to find out what's going on as best she can, while she works at the angle from the Freya side, and see what this whole vision is pointing towards, we'll say. Like I said, while that's going on, Villarago had given Wanda a job. 2 birds with 1 stone, as he was helping out the angels as well with the whole collecting a half-fade child that he was able to easily figure out, more likely was in Wanda's care, we'll say. As he, of course, told Wanda the job was to ensure a demon can't teleport while they do business, just for a deal he has coming up, and he doesn't want things to get messy. And Wanda can do the spell, will take her some time, but she needs some help with that. And he offered, of course, his own alliances with a man by the name of Chase. A bit of a guy down on his luck, but always eager for work. And Wanda was, said hello to her, a possibly new wizard friend, we'll say, as they went off to discuss logistics as well as ingredients, and forgot a plan for this job that he needs done ASAP. While that's going on, Johnny, like I said, having commenced and set up for Victor and Cammy's enjoyment for their lovely time, got a bit of a knock on the door as, a fake woman came in, asking a couple concerning questions, asking about a particular person. And Johnny, of course, knew whose made sure to not tell her anything, but it seems whatever he intended, she found out what she wanted. As she would later on call Villarago, as he did send her off for this, and mentioned that this is actually something she's been working on. What a bit of an impasse, because my people want this, particular girl, and your people want this particular girl, but only one of us can have her, essentially. Villarago, not wanting to mess too many feathers up, offered, why don't you call your people, I'll call my people. No one has to get mad necessarily. We can all win somehow in the end, right? The Fae friend, of course, agreed, as Villarago called, prayed, we'll say, to Portia, as he had a bit of difficulty being a demon and all, as Calypso had to give him some pointers about how to properly pray, as Portia appeared, and he let her know what was going on. And like I said, Johnny, having seen such this odd interaction, went to Victor and Cammy to let them know, like, hey, I think someone knows you're here. You might want to leave. And Cammy not understanding, but Victor, of course, thanking Johnny's help for that, decided to pour them out, or would have done so easily if, it seems he was having a bit of difficulty with his magic, as he tried to push past whatever was stopping him, caused a bit of pain and damage to him. Let's say, as Cammy was a bit freaked out, but they left through the portal safely. And sadly, Johnny didn't have as much luck, as someone snatched him right up. An angel, we'll say, decided to have a conversation, as they'd have us sit down and ask, we can help you, as apparently the Fae are aware of this young girl and seem to want her for themselves at any cost, and you seem to be close to her, so that means you're a liability and a weakness. Either we can protect you and you just do a couple things for us. You don't even have to do anything bad. Just, barrier, just to make sure we can keep an eye on Fae activity around you, things like that. And Johnny, seemingly realizing this would mean that, a chance of betraying Cammy and Victor in some way, said no. Thank you. I appreciate it, but I'm not going to do that. And, they didn't push him or punish him, but popped him right back at his house, right where the Fae were knocking on his door, and a very intimidating Fae walked in to have a conversation where she talked and Johnny was in a lot of pain, essentially. As Johnny refused to give up Cammy and Victor in any way, and the Fae decide, knock him out, we'll figure something else out to do with this guy. As Wanda, at the other end, was walking home, trying to prepare for the next couple of days of work, when she had a visitor, an angel, a second one she's ever seen, as Portia decide to try to offer a deal. You want your daughter safe, you want her happy, we can make her human, because, we can either make her human or we can keep her for ourselves. And not so big of words, as Wanda seemed to be very upset about this whole thing and said that she was not going to give up her daughter for these angels, especially since you're not really telling me what happens if she doesn't agree to this. Portia was trying to be her kind self as much as she can be, but Wanda wasn't having it. And so Wanda did the only thing she could do, because I don't think Portia was going to take no for an answer, not the second time, as Wanda prayed. And in praying, Darius showed up with some friends, as Portia, a bit annoyed and upset, took her leave. And Darius gave Wanda the bad news as well, mentioning the fact that apparently Victor and Cammy on the run, they've been found, and Wanda's biggest, worst nightmare has happened. She was probably, of course, trying not to freak out too badly, but Darius and anyone see, and told her to go home, that they will take care of everything, even though Wanda wished to help. So Wanda, not able to even help her daughter in this situation, had to go home and prepare, as now she's found out her daughter's on the run with her father. Apparently Villarago has sold her out, as Darius has told her. Some guy named Johnny has been kidnapped by the Fae, and I think that's where it ended last. I think Claire is living her best life. That's right. She is.
Until
For now.
she figures out the actual mystery and be like, holy shit, what? This is stupid. Yeah, what was Claire doing last?
That's a good question. The last thing I wrote down was talking to Lydia about the most recent update and the soothsaying, but I don't remember. She said to approach the Abaddon angle, figure out what she's doing. I don't remember if she said to continue with like the plan to kind of work with her or to do it another way.
I think as far as I remember, she basically told you, "Hey, this is good practice because this is a baby demon lord.
Mm,
Have fun. Try and figure out her angle. Work with her. She's not like that
Okay.
threatening. If you have problems, let me know." And she'll try and investigate the Freya angle. That's what I remember.
Okay, that's kind of what I got from it, but I don't remember if that was like said
Yeah,
specifically. So
that was, yeah, she was definitely trying to say, I'm going to work from the Freya angle once you gave her that warning about, hey, we can't dismiss these two because there's a connection between those that was building up in your vision.
all right, cool. So yeah, I guess that's the last thing that I did.
Well, are you gonna proceed next? Your master plan to uncover this conspiracy of letters and numbers.
I guess I don't have a direct way to contact Abaddon. Do I have what's his name? Jay's number?
I was gonna say, I think you have someone's number.
Yeah, I have Jay's number. So I guess I will do that next.
Yeah, you'll pick up. Hey, what's up?
Hey, I don't have any rants or anything, but if you could, I don't know, set up a meeting between me and Abaddon, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, you can drop by the club at any time. If you just ask for Leon, tell him who you are, and they'll get you set up.
Oh, that works great then. Is the club still at the same location?
I'll text you like a couple of entrances. There's like a few.
Okay. That works out great then.
Awesome. I really gotta go. Might have to kick some angel ass, and he just closes the phone call.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Anyway.
A bit weird, but about like 10 minutes later, you would be sort of texted a list with a couple of locations spread throughout the city. As I mean, do you just get up and walk, or is there anything else you would like to do?
Nothing I could think of right now. I think I'll just go to which one is closest.
Well, then we'll cut towards Wanda, who I think were just rescued from being abducted. You sure?
Yeah, she prayed to Darius. They showed up. Portia left, and then she was told to go home as she was having a bit of a freak out,
Yeah.
or trying to not have a freak out, but it was pretty obvious that she was having a freak out. So.
So did you leave, or were you like in the middle of a conversation?
No, she was going home. He's like, "There's nothing you can do here. There's no way you can track me with your powers. We got this, basically."
Um, as you are kind of going home, you would get a text from Darius asking if you don't want to hang out at the Inferno Club for a brief moment until they figure out if there's anyone after you other than the angels.
Yeah, I think she would say yes to nothing else because she wants to keep an eye. Like, as soon as news is being told, she wants to be there. So yeah.
Yeah, then probably would head towards one of the entrances. As yeah, you'll step into the club as walk in, kind of grab a seat, like sit at one of the tables.
Yeah. Nervous as hell, but yeah.
Sit down. Yeah. That doesn't. You're not sure how long, because time here is wonky. But about 15 minutes later, Darius walks up and sits down at the table, looking not like happy, but not. He doesn't look freaked out either.
There's. Tell me there's good news.
There is good news, but we are also, well, still in the process of searching for them. News is that, well, I believe there's a way we can. I think the Fae are gonna set the trap for them. Now, I'll be honest.
Okay.
Your daughter and Victor seem like they will be quite willing to fight. Just need
Okay,
to
what
be
do we
there
do?
to help. Well, this is where you're not gonna like this part. You will have to continue doing what you were doing as if nothing bad is happening.
What?
You have to push through with that deal for Villarago. Help him set up whatever he needed you.
You want me just to pretend like I'm fine as my daughter is out there?
No. I want you to finish the job you were contracted to. Like, nothing. Like, something bad is happening to you, but that. Your demon contact is not the one who sold you out.
Okay, and this is gonna help Cammy?
No, it's gonna help me, but I'm helping Cammy, so it does free up my workload quite a lot. And, well, I'll be honest, I think don't want the demon backstabber who literally sold you out just walk away from this, unless you do.
I want my daughter safe, and I will admit I would like to see anyone who touches her to fucking pay. So yes, but she comes first.
Well, you can't really do anything about her unless you wanna go negotiate with one of the angels or the Fey monarchs.
I don't think I have anything they would want to negotiate.
Oh, you'd be surprised. But I don't think you want to make those deals.
Are you sure? I mean, if it's easier, why shouldn't I?
Well, because if it's easy, you know, there's always a catch. Nothing is easy in reality. Just people who like to make it look like it's easy.
That's everything, at the very least. But I have a feeling if I made the deal with them, they wouldn't leave Cammy alone, would they?
Well, I'm pretty sure the monarchs are gonna try and use her as their new little scheme to boost their Fey numbers, and well, the angels are up to their old plots to try and stop that. So, welcome to a conflict that's been going on for some time now.
Wonderful. Just absolutely fucking wonderful. Okay, so I'm entirely useless here. I can't do anything to help except just pretend like nothing is entirely wrong.
I think you need to have a drink. Be able to walk out of here, finish that deal, so that at the very least we can hamper angelic operations.
I'm gonna keep myself from saying what I actually feel like right now because
Nah,
throwing a tantrum won't help.
oh no, actually this would be the one place you can throw a tantrum, so but I don't think you want to talk to me. Last time you were quite straightforward with that.
You're not my favorite person, Darius. I'm not gonna lie about that.
You wound me to my core.
I'm sure you'll be fine at the very least. I'm sure you have a lot of friends who will take care of you in that regard, but heck, all I care about is my daughter. And I know this is supposed to help you in the long run, but as long as Cammy's safe, fine. Fine. I'll play ball. I can at least do that.
I'll smile and nod. Well, I'll be going off, trying to prepare for a double trap.
What?
Don't worry about it. Like starts walking off.
Raise eyebrow, but he gets up, prepared to go finish that job and pretend like she doesn't know whether Rog will sold her out.
As you sort of get up, you bump into someone and she's like, watch where you're going.
Sorry. My fault. She takes a glance at whoever she bumps into.
As you see this sort of, presume it's a demon by the way she looks, of inky black hair and completely jet black eyes.
Yeah, that's probably like a bad attempt at a smile. She's trying to maneuver around her.
Wait a minute, you're that, like, Victor's obsession.
I'm not Victor's anything, if nothing else.
Oh, he sure likes to talk about you a lot.
Well, we had a bit of a funny past, if nothing else.
That's what
Sorry,
did he do the poetry bit in the past as well?
I'm sorry. Who are you? You seem to have me at a bit of a disadvantage.
She sort of smiles and extends her hand. Satara.
Wanda.
As you sort of shake her hand and you can see this very sort of ornate, it's not like body, but it's definitely visible, this sort of silvery ring, as that like gleams, and even you can sort of feel the magical essence radiating from it. Smiles. Like you need a drink or two.
You're not the first person to tell me that, but drinking won't help me in the long run.
I mean,
I'll just
no,
probably
but it'll
work-
make you feel better right now.
Yeah, I guess I can take a drink. I'm not too sure if I'll be in the best of company right now.
Oh, listen, I hang out with Leon. Everyone's like like more chipper than he is.
I'm sorry, I'm not too familiar with Leon. I think I've met him once.
That's all you really need to know. He's always complaining or annoyed that someone actually asks him to do his job. Fine, and she like
well-
puts an arm, like her arm on your shoulder, and starts guiding you back towards the bar.
This is not what she expected to go with Grunt.
Gonna sit you down at the bar and be like, sure, there's a couple of drinks.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think I overheard something about you having trouble with your kid.
Oh my god, does everyone know about this?
No, I just spy on Leon and his little operations.
That's a bit alarming to hear, but thank you for telling me. I guess you could say that. Or the world seems to be having a problem with wanting my kid.
That bad, huh?
Yeah. I will say, this mess is not entirely not my fault, I guess. But it is kind of my fault. I'm using the wrong words here. Sorry.
Listen, you should like finish this. Listen, relax. It's fine. Listen, I've seen these bunch of clowns pull off some weird stunts. You're fine.
Well,
Your
that's
daughter
good
will
to
be
hear.
fine.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Darius over there
Just-
is a professional scammer.
He has the feel for it. I just sorry, don't mean to bore you with my problems.
No, no. Speak your mind.
I wonder sometimes how badly it all went sideways almost immediately. I was prepared for this. I never really am. Makes me wonder if I made the right choice or if I should have just, I don't know. Maybe staying with her father would have been the better choice in the long run.
Oh God, no! It should have been melodramatic as well.
He does have the brooding look down.
Brooding Luke. Actually, I saw him, like, he tried to hide it from me. I saw him writing poetry. And I hear he's been at it for a while, coming in with birthday gifts he never gets to give and all of that. Lot of. I was like, seemed quite down to earth. Just a breath of fresh air around here.
That's probably like a guilty look as she looks away a bit when she says that. Well, it doesn't really make me feel that great. The whole situation was a choice I made. And it sounds silly to say it right now, but honestly didn't think he would even didn't think he would really care. Cammy, yes.
Well, he seems like the type who doesn't express his feelings.
That's the one way of putting it. Victor was brooding is definitely the word for it, but intense when it came to things he cared about, or what I thought about the things he cared about, which was usually magic. And one of the things I liked about him originally. Honestly, when we first met, I was the one who pursued him. Thought he just found me annoying, but I was a stubborn little asshole back then.
No, I used to be quite obsessive myself, so on the piece of advice. Could do something if you wanna see how he deals outside of his little obsession.
What could I do exactly?
What's say like he's focused. What is he obsessing over?
Well, before this, I would have told you anything with magic, anything new that he's never seen, especially when it came to, well, our kid wanting to train her. That was his biggest obsession.
Oh. And you could Listen. She kind of like leans a bit closer. You want to be a little bit devious yourself.
what does that mean exactly?
Well, I have been taught not that long ago the meaning of compromise. So, make a compromise with him. He doesn't get to do anything magical. Give him some attention.
Attention? I don't.
Yeah, like talk, hold hands. I know, whatever you did.
I don't. I don't think Victor's interested in anything romantically inclined.
Did you not hear the poetry? Or is that like not romantic here?
I don't know.
Listen,
I
if
don't
he
know, that's a
says,
good idea.
listen, if maybe, listen, if he's not romantically inclined and he's just that dedicated to obsession, he's just gonna say no and move on, right? You have nothing to lose. But I think you're hesitant because you know it's part of you that wonders, what if he says yes? To actually talk to him. Oh God. It's tough avoiding your problems, isn't it?
Well, Miss Satara, I don't know if it's really good for me if he says yes or no.
Why?
What have I been? Okay, I'll tell you if you promise not to tell anyone.
The only person who can hear me complain is Leon, and I don't think he listens to me nowadays.
Okay, well, promise me that you won't tell then.
Okay, my lips are sealed.
Can I inside her grunt? I know this is silly, but I need
Yeah.
her to do this.
Roll me if you someone. I told you were gonna get whiplash. Yeah,
Partial.
Can I ask a question?
Mm. I guess the simple one. How could I? Because this is like, how could I get her to keep this secret? Wanda's trying to do basically.
Well, if you want to ensure secrecy, you probably maybe demand a secret from her in return.
Okay. And I'll hold off the other one. Okay, I'll make this a bit easier. Secret for secret. How about that? Would that be a good exchange?
What? Sure, sounds like a fun game.
Okay. I'll go first. I'm not entirely sure I'm not sure if I may in fact still have feelings for Victor. And I'm not too sure how I'm gonna deal with that.
But was that the secret?
Oh my god. Yes, he doesn't know that. He doesn't know that. And I'd rather not let him know that. That's the main thing. It's the main thing.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, there's like, it's like people who don't know how color looks like, but doesn't mean it's a secret. Not sure how.
It's a secret I don't want Victor to ever find out about. Look, I haven't figured this all out, okay? I haven't even.
I'm not gonna go up and tell him about this.
You would appreciate that. Thank you. I really would, because look, he doesn't know it. I have doubts, so I don't need my whatever I have left over getting in the way of this.
I see now. This is why you match so good. You're both equally dense.
Oh.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Sure, but
Yeah, well, listen to me. But it's good to safeguard your secret because he also has a deep dark secret nobody knows about.
I don't I don't want to. I don't want to hear it. I think it's best if I don't hear it. Actually.
Yeah, I think he cares about you too, but
Ah.
surely that's just probably the deep dark secret that he just wears on his face every time he walks in, and and Darius told me he's been like this for some time, so
Listen, look. Tried to explain it to Darius, and I'm explaining to you as well. The reason me and Victor didn't really work out that well, it still exists, okay? Our problems are still there, and I don't think they're gonna ever get fixed. Victor is Victor, and I'm me, and honestly, even if you love someone doesn't mean you can't hurt them. And if you care about them doesn't mean it's a good thing.
glances
night.
up towards the VIP area where Apollon is and says, "Listen, I think you can work it out. You're not even close to what I would consider a broken relationship. You're in fact one of the more functional ones I've seen since coming here."
Well, I guess that's a good level of endorsements, but I'd rather not ruin
If-
whatever compromise we have going on with Cammy because of our fucked up stuff.
Ah, yes, I'm. That's another thing I've learned. Of course, that everyone knows that children just do enjoy their parents making compromises, as she does the air quotes. They totally don't like usually get caught in the middle. No, that never would happen.
Listen, okay? People who are once together have a compromise or a good relationship, even when they're not together for their kids. It's
Listen, let me ask you this. Have you enslaved one another?
no, I don't.
Have you
No.
tried? Have you mind control one another? Have you in fact harmed family members? Get at one another.
I don't think. No, I
Not
haven't made
even
that part of the
bad.
list.
It's not even that bad. I'll be honest. Sounds like your problems are quite fixable.
Good to know. Thank you for the level of endorsement. But I think I'll figure this one out at the very least. Satar? Wait, before I forget,
I've seen
you should
eels less slippery than you.
I don't know what you want from me, Satar. Look, I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not ready, and for any of it, any conversation regarding it, and
Say you
if
could be
he-
devious. You could test it out. Just do it once. Listen, then you can
Yeah.
just change your mind if you don't like it. Like, actually, I have changed my mind. I've trolled you.
okay, that
And-
sounds very mean. I don't think I'd rather
It would be. I think he might actually cry, but that's up to you if you want to do that.
listen.
Oh, but wait, I forgot. You just said he doesn't care about you, so why would he cry?
Okay, first of all, one, if he says yes, then I'm not prepared for that. And if he says no, then I will not be prepared for that either. Either one has problems I cannot deal with. Okay, maybe I'll cry at the end, Satar. How about that? Because I'm very much a crier. So this will be a conversation that'll be awkward for everyone involved.
Well, what if you both cry? Then you just kind of hold arms, you hug.
Is this something you just do for kicks? Just a relationship advice?
Well, I can't pester Darius around all day, and Leon has learned to ignore me, which is an interesting skill to have, but
So this is entertainment for you. I do appreciate that. Thank you.
well, listen. Coming from, like I said, I used to be quite obsessive. Not anymore nowadays.
Oh, that's good. But you haven't given me your secret. How about we change the subject here?
With that kind of secret, I feel like I should just tell you.
Satara, that secret
see
is
in the
really important
dark.
to me.
Would you believe it if I told you I see in the dark?
Yes, Satara. Just because you seem to not find it a secret, it means a lot to fucking me.
I think most people don't. Anyways, listen, if fine. Wanna know a secret?
Yes.
Hmm. What secrets do I have to tell you? Ask a random question. I don't know.
Do you need relationship help?
No. I am well, currently under house arrest, I would call it, but well, let's just say I thought I did a little prank on someone. I thought time does flow weirdly here. It wasn't that long ago I tried to sort of mess with Darius's relationship. Let's just say it kind of backfired on me. Now I'm here, powerless, weak, and just sort of forced to, well, just kind of rethink my life. Honestly, there's nothing I do. Just it's a weird position to be in a room alone with your thoughts and literally not be able to do anything about it.
Well, did you find out anything new, I guess, while you were rethinking?
I'm still adjusting, but trying to, I guess, discover myself. Because I can't scheme, I can't gain power, I can't kill people anymore, I can't torture, I can't. I'm just. I have to find. God, I hate to say it, I have to find hobbies.
Anything of interest caught your eye?
Well, I was trying on snooping on, but will quickly learn to adjust. No, that's why I can just sit around, drink, talk to whoever is gonna listen to me.
Well, you can always try bartending. That's usually what they kind of do. Give her an ear to fall on and a drink in the other hand.
She takes a moment. She glances towards the bar and says, "You know what? You're quite right. I could try this. Since it's actually that would pay.
Yeah.
That would allow me to gossip with people all day long.
It would, and you can play with a lot of drinks and mixes.
Can't ignore me anymore." You're
Well,
a genius. I like you. I like you a lot. To be
well, I'm
friends.
happy to well, uh, not too long ago I was looking for some friends, so I guess this is you'll be my first one really.
She just sort of smiles, gets up as she gives you a hug before going around the bar. Meanwhile, Claire, you walk into Inferno as sort of you get into the main area of the dance floor. Are you gonna head straight for Abaddon, or are you gonna like have a look around first?
I'll look around a bit first, because I don't think I got the time to like explore this place or
Yeah.
just.
Well, if you glance around, you'll quickly spot at the bar there's Wanda sitting having a drink as this new bartender woman that seems like shadows are literally flowing off her body is actually doing like fucking party trick bottles.
Okay. Interesting. I'll approach the bar and kind of just sit next to Wanda.
Claire.
Hey, we met at Lydia's New Year's Eve party, right?
Yeah, this is a small world. Sort of make me a little paranoid there. What are you doing here?
Oh, I've got a meeting. Is it not normal to meet other people out here?
No, it's just been an interesting couple of days for me. Well, nice seeing you again. Hope things are well. Claire, this is Satara. Satara, this is Claire.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
As yeah, she'll smile and says, "Nice to meet you. What can I get you?"
Oh, you were doing some fancy stuff earlier. I'll have whatever that was.
She smiles as she's gonna grabs this whole glass, flings it sort of as it twists in the air, and it lands on this small cloud of shadows as it lands on in front of you. As you can see around her, like tendrils of darkness grabbing several drinks and starts spinning the bottles around as she is mixing some sort of cocktail.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Clapping.
Have multiple arms, you should use them.
Fair enough. I haven't had multiple arms, so I guess I haven't considered it.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know how you are able to just with arms.
It is a design flaw for sure.
I don't
Oh
see
god,
that
I can
much of a
already
problem,
hear him
but-
quoting it in my head. Maybe I need a drink. She like does like kind of puts on a very theatrical voice and says, "Well, the less you have, the more you appreciate it." Like waddles off to the side.
Larry turns to Wanda. What was that about?
I'm not entirely sure, but Satara seems to have a few friends here who with different personality than she's having fun with, I think.
Okay. Glad to know she's having a good time. What about you? Everything good?
It has to be. It will be. It's going to be. But
All right.
nothing about me. How are you? How have you been since the party and everything?
No real complaints, I guess. Just been, I wouldn't say constantly busy, but, keeping myself occupied.
That's good to hear. I know, well, you are in high demand as your profession.
Oh, I usually don't go to anyone else other than Lydia. I might start branching out a little bit, but so I don't know if I'm in as high of demand as others would be.
Well, don't sell yourself short. At the very least, it's very tempting. Want to see the possibilities of the future.
That's true. I guess I never had that tarot reader vibe about me, so people don't tend to come to me with questions about their future.
Well, that means it's more real, isn't it? Or isn't that how that usually works?
I mean, everyone has their own way of doing it. I haven't met a lot of others who can, do what I do. But from what I understand, my particular way of figuring things out is unique.
Well, if you're not too busy, I would ask for a favor as well.
A favor?
A reading.
Sure.
When you're done with your business here, I don't want to interrupt.
Yeah, definitely. If you want help with whatever's going on?
Yeah, I think I would. At the very least, I'm a little bit in the dark, and I hopefully something will give me a guiding light, I guess. But you can finish your business first. I can wait my turn.
If you're sure.
Yeah, it's fine. I have other business I have to take care of anyway. A job that has to get finished.
Okay. I guess I could contact you about it later then?
Yeah. I believe you have my card.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So when you're free and done with your business, we can talk.
All right. Well, I should go take care of that then. But I hope everything's all right.
Thank you. Good luck with your business too.
Thanks.
And Claire, as you finish the drink, you head upstairs. As Abaddon is gonna glance in your direction. So, welcome.
Hello again.
Glad to see you returned.
I have, yes. I thought about your offer, I suppose. There was a question she asked Claire that I asked for more time to think on. I don't remember what that question was.
I'll be honest, I don't know what you're referring to, but I know that the only thing she kind of propositioned you was like, hey, do you want to expand a bit outside of Lydia?
Yeah, there was that, but she had something else, but it wasn't like an actual, like...
I don't remember.
It was asking something about Claire, but I don't remember what it was. Was it an opinion on...
Yeah, she was asking your thoughts about I don't know if it was Lydia or the situation with Lydia, and you couldn't really give her a straight answer how you felt about the whole thing.
Okay. I very vaguely remember this. But, anyway, Claire will, I guess, sit down with Abaddon. I gave some thought to your offer, and I would be glad to help you get some insight on things.
She nods and smiles. Glad to have you on board with that. How about we do a little reading right now?
Oh, it usually takes a bit of time, but I can see what I can do.
Well, time is relative around here, so feel free.
All right. Oh boy. This is a soothsayer roll. I knew it was gonna be fucking complications. God damn it.
You know what? What are you trying to... Are you focusing on anything specific?
Maybe the space that we're in, because I was told that it's connected to her. And it's like her realm or whatever, or circle of hell.
Well, maybe you would have liked to do that, but that complication is you kind of like focus a bit on the club, on the music, the people dancing. This place feels like it's alive somehow. And as you try and follow that feeling, you close your eyes. And then everything sort of fades. Music fades. The thumping dissipates. Everything gets muted out. Cannot escape. You see letters and numbers, and you quickly realize are the same numbers and letters that you saw at the party, yet now they're aligning. They are forming a certain string. As the letters form now. 3 N 1 6 M 4. As you kind of sort of stumble backwards as you fall off the chair, like this intense headache.
Oh, sorry.
You okay?
I don't. I can't really make sense of anything right now.
Did you try
I'm
and...
sorry. This is normally easier.
Oh no, it's quite alright. What are you trying to search for?
I was looking around this space because it's connected to you. I wanted to see what sort of information I could glean from it, but she just like shakes her head. I don't think what I saw is related. I don't know.
How... Well, how new are you at this? Don't take this as an offense, but just...
Not very.
I could recommend you someone if you want. Someone who could help you, well, get a better grasp on things. Someone like you, but maybe a bit different.
I certainly wouldn't turn down any help.
It's gonna cost you a favor, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
She smiles and nods and writes down a name and a phone number on a piece of paper, passes them. As the name Eniko. See it in front of you.
Eniko?
Yeah. I'm told she should be in your city. She's a quirky oracle, but a very knowledgeable and powerful one, as I was told.
Quirky's fine. I'll speak to this Iniko then.
Be in touch then. I think I look forward to this. I think. Well, I mean, this wasn't a good first showing, but I believe you have potential.
Thank you for continuing to have faith in me then.
As she'll smile and nod. Not sure if there's anything else you want to talk with her about.
Right now, probably not.
As cutscenes to John, poor old John. You wake up feeling quite oh, you wake up in a very eerie looking place. Literally like snow covered landscape. As currently you feel your injuries all over your body, but well, you're not dead. And well, other than being a bit chilly, don't even feel that uncomfortable right now. Maybe a bit weird, maybe.
Is there nothing around me, just like snow?
You are in a yeah. There's I mean there's no one around you. There is buildings in the distance. Looks like an empty park of sorts.
Oh, okay. Then I guess he's slowly going to make his way towards the buildings.
You get up. You see sort of in front of you, almost as if it being built from the snow itself. A woman, fey-like features appear. Says, "Up already, are we?"
Well, you know me, day starts early.
Well, I should, because I made sure you didn't die.
That's very nice of you. And Grant, as I'm looking at my character sheet, and I remember I have moves, can I... What the fuck is it called? Not put a name to a face, but my thing of put a name to a face. Old friends, old favors. When you first encounter an NPC,
Roll.
you may declare them an old friend instead of putting a name to a face.
Yeah, you can roll.
Ooh. If I roll bad, they hold a grudge against
Yeah.
me. You know what? I'm going all in, guys. Let's do this. Why not? After all, why shouldn't I use my moves? How the fuck do I roll? There's no roll dice. Oh, there
Hover,
is.
yeah, hover over the icon. Of course.
Oh, well. Listen, Grant, I have to play the game. It doesn't matter.
Wait a minute. After that. Roll again. Ah, no, it does that. That doesn't actually matter. My God, you are cursed, Flavia. What the fuck? What the?
Listen, I don't know what to tell you.
Rolls disadvantage. Rolls this. Rolls normally. Rolls the same thing. Listen, it's just.
Listen, just what the fuck? Just freeze the charm. Oh, okay.
See, now you're
Okay,
all-
I see it.
It's fine. You took someone's luck away.
No, Grant, it doesn't work like that, because I don't take anyone's luck, but if somebody else rolls bad, then I don't roll good anyway. It's
An old
fine.
grudge against you. Oh no. How mean should I be? I will be extra mean. I will.
Oh, it's fine.
I will be extra mean.
I will. You know what? Jill is right. I will just stop rolling everything that is not necessary. Because what even is the point?
You are truly actually cursed. Let me check some things.
Come on, I'm sure she's not that bad. Am
Oh,
I
it's gonna
right,
be horrible
Chad?
for you. I was not gonna, but now that you roll this, she does have a. Oh, I don't think you would forget her face.
Mhm.
Weird thing about fate, they don't necessarily age. Unless their self-perception of themselves changes. You just look the same. How long ago did your daughter die?
A bit more than a decade.
Yeah. You would remember. You would remember Iris. One of your daughter's best friends.
Holy shit!
And a friend you weren't really that approving. Friend you probably more than once. Like she see well, your whole. What was John's relationship with? Let me go to your backstory.
With his daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, he was basically a daddy's what's it called? Not boy mom, the dad equivalent.
Okay, so I did remember. So yeah, you probably would have been a bit sort of disapproving with their friendship, and probably several times stepped in to steer the ship directly. Something which Iris took quite personally, of course.
Oh. Were they doing like weird shit? Why? Is
She's
she
a fae.
like?
Define weird shit.
Yeah, but I mean, when Annie was alive, Johnny wasn't seeing through the glamour yet. I think he started seeing through the glamour way after she died. Yeah, because we said if Johnny had known about the
True.
supernatural, she wouldn't have died of cancer because he would have asked for help.
Probably at that point, she was just another sort of. How old was your daughter when she died?
12.
Yes. At that point, probably she was just another troublemaking kid. Probably afterwards, you might have realized, oh shit, this is actually. Oh.
I think it might have been more the lines of, you're not feeling so good, Annie. You should be resting, not fooling around with your friend and stuff like that.
So she sort of crosses her arms. Ah, I see you haven't forgotten about me.
How could I ever do, Iris? See you're doing well?
I am. Imagine my surprise when they brought you in, bleeding.
Well, I apologize for the inconvenience, but thank you for keeping me alive.
I will just be happy to enjoy your misery.
John just nods. Is this your place, or
Where
where are we?
we are in the winter court. Waiting for your friends to show up. How does it feel? Know that you'll ruin more lives by your mere existence.
John smiles very thinly. It does feel miserable, as you say. Does that make you happy?
No. Nothing anymore makes me feel too much anything. Maybe you'll
Well-
learn that soon enough.
I think that's already two of us.
Fucking there. I'll just watch from the sidelines as Victor and his offspring will no doubt rush to your rescue.
I see. I am bait then,
Quite so.
of course. I'm sure Victor would know better than putting at risk his daughter.
Should know better than anyone how vulnerable father would be in front of his daughter.
Oof. John is just going to put a hand on his forehead. Well. Still going to try. Do I have my phone on me?
No. Even so, like, do you think you get reception in the fake court?
No, I mean, oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Fair enough.
No, they would have taken any sort of personal items that you would have
Yeah,
had.
yeah, I imagine. If they don't have that 5G, they have that 69G. It works at speed you can't even imagine. Ah. Well, then I guess there's nothing I can do than wait. How have you been, Iris?
How do you think I have time? Let's play a little game. As you can see, like a chair being built out of ice and snow. As she sits down in front of you, crosses her legs.
I wouldn't mind playing a game, as he's either going to sit on a chair if there is, and if not, he's going to sit on the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's not gonna make one for you.
Yeah, he's just going to sit on the ground. He doesn't care. And you know what? I'm gonna say this, Grant. If she has a grudge against me because of this, and John didn't knew about the supernatural before his daughter died. If she has a grudge with him because of this, he's going to think that she could have saved Annie by helping him, but she didn't because she knew that there were ways that they could have cured her.
Yeah, I mean, you can bring that up if you want.
No, he's not going to, like... I'm just metabolizing this complication. I'm coping, as it says.
I also never realized I needed to make Iris's backstory so fucking tragic, but here we are.
I'm sorry.
Went from loyal goon to fucking Shakespeare. There, let's go. Silent, I see. Still
Oh,
not-
what did she say? Fuck.
She said, like, yeah, let's just sort of play a game, let's talk. And, you think should have enjoyed this. Annie, I mean.
Which part? The snow? The magic?
I always wonder.
I think she would have. Enjoyed it very much, yes.
Guess we will never truly know now, will we?
John, it's not that he shrugs, but he looks around very calmly. I've come to make peace that there's many things I will never know about my daughter. And many things she will never get to see and never get to experience. But I see that you still think about her.
I do. Was my friend. Kept pushing her away from me. Have her die.
Well, those weren't the best of times, Iris.
Why did you hate her
Didn't-
having her friends? Always were protective parents with their offspring.
No,
Not
she
how
was my whole world.
He gestures for the scenery around you and says, do you think this is inspiring?
It's nice.
Oh, do you think it would still be nice if I put it in a box and stashed it away? Humans and disregard for freedom baffles me even now.
Well, I understand what you're saying, Iris. And I'm sure there were ways I could have done better to her in that moment. But as it was, as she was feeling, going out with you and then coming home and coughing up blood because she overextended herself, how did you think that made me feel? I was just trying to keep her alive a little longer.
Life even worth living if living it.
Well, sometimes misery is the only choice we have.
You'll experience misery. I'll make sure of that.
This is really surprising. For me, I didn't think. No, how do I phrase this? That someone that lives for so long would. No, this is the wrong way. Okay, no. I'm glad this is what he says, because the other way was asshole-ish. I'm glad that the short time my daughter had here made such a great impact to you. And I'm glad that even after I'm dead, there's going to be someone who remembers her.
You humans, callous disregard for time. Not only my pet short time, yes. Short.
Would you say 12 years is a long time to someone who lives forever?
Think Fae live forever? We're demons.
I don't know. You certainly look the same as you did 12 years ago to me.
Fae can die at any moment. Nobody really knows. No. Fae that have lived for centuries, and then there's Fae that die in a few years. Cause of death is unknown. See, I live every day like it might just be my last.
I think I can understand that.
Sort of just leans in the chair and like stares at the sky as the snowflakes keep floating down gently.
I do have a question, Grant. What, because I don't know, how much is this like public knowledge, or how much would John know about like Fae and what happens to Fae when they disregard like their master's will?
Well, I think this would be common knowledge, especially for someone like you, that yeah, if like going against your monarch is not impossible, it just sort of cuts you off from the court. So there's the problem is not that you disobey. The problem is when you try and use your Fae magic while disregarding it. Because if you get cut off from the court, that's when you get physically ill. Which is what basically happened to Victor, because he's like, yeah, I'm not obeying you, and they cut him off. So every time he uses his magic, it's gonna be his body that gets like degraded.
Mm-hmm. I see. It is very mental.
Tell me, John, what have you been doing this time? I understand that humans have this way of honoring the memories of their departed. What have you been up to? How are you honoring her memory nowadays?
Well, I've been keeping myself, I wouldn't say quite busy, but busy enough to go by. By honoring her memory, well, there's many things humans do to do that. Everyone has their own way.
What's your way?
My way, I wake up in the morning and sometimes I bake her favorite cookies, or I visit her grave and I put fresh flowers. I don't know if you've ever been by.
I am being kept quite busy.
She might be there waiting for you if you want to visit. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. Might be quite happy to see you.
You really don't know, do you? How ignorant can you? Really don't know.
What don't I know, Iris?
I... Ah. Maybe I should tell you, just to see... You've been living all these years in just blissful ignorance, haven't you? God, it must be nice. It must be nice.
Guess it is. What are you thinking about?
You realize... You know what happens to someone when they die?
Grant, do I know?
I don't know, how much would you have studied the arcane arts of fucking souls and
I
the
mean,
soul cycle?
I'm not sure he would have that specifically, but there's still the library. He would have skimmed through it at least.
Yeah, but like, I mean, other than the fact that you know that souls are a currency, I don't think you know too much.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like they have well documented Wikipedia pages about this, unfortunately.
Then I wouldn't say. I don't know. What are you talking about, Iris?
Well, when we all die, our souls depart for some unknown plane, or... Well, I guess there's debate on that. But souls do try and move on, right? You know that most souls get snatched? You know that. You must know that.
I do know about that.
Who do you
Are
think
you saying-
snatches these souls? They don't have any use for them. They're the wizards, I guess, but... Well, at least... They tend to use them as they need them. Raw materials for their little spells and incantations. There's only two groups of people that have a interest in hoarding them and keeping them for a long, long, long time. You do realize Annie's soul is owned by a demon lord, right? Has been for. She's not moved on. She's not passed on or been going to an empty grave of a husk that means nothing. I'm glad those flowers made you feel better, though, about yourself.
Which one?
She said she's glad that the flowers that you leave there made you
No,
feel...
no. John said which one? Which demon lord has it? Which one?
She goes by the name of Moloch. Very powerful, very ancient.
Oof.
I think talking to you made me feel so much better about myself. I was beating myself up for years, thinking I didn't do enough. I didn't know enough. You know how I was 1 year old. 1 year when I met your daughter. It was my first and only actual friend. And I kept beating myself up over and over. But then I look at you and I realized, wow, I could have been way more pathetic, I guess.
I don't think John is even listening to Iris's monologue at this point. He just kind of gets up and starts like walking around. Like he walks and turns back and starts pacing a bit. Well, yes. Yes, I am very miserable. Yes, you are right, Iris. Yes. Um, what more do you know about this Moloch? What does it, she, he, whatever, do with the souls?
Like every demon lord, presumably empowers her own realm, extends her influence. I don't. Why am I
So
even
it's like
talking to
the
you?
more souls they have, the more powerful they
Yes.
are?
Yes.
I see. But what if I get her soul back? Would that hurt her or would that help her pass on? Or would she just be snatched by someone else?
Kind of doesn't laugh, but clearly is sort of rolls her eyes when you mention that and says,
Yes, yes, I don't know anything.
you could even get to that point. It would be up to you. You could help her move along or keep her around.
Keep her around as what? A ghost?
There's necromancers. Maybe they know things. Maybe there's a way to somehow bring her back. I don't know.
Oof. Don't tell me what to do, Jill. Ooh, John is just like pacing around, like clearly thinking now. Very active. Like he was just sitting down before, a bit resigned, just waiting. But now he's just like walking around, looking at Iris now and then. Well, it's been 12 years, but it's better late than never.
As
I
sorry, go ahead. Finish your sentence.
is our souls just like is she conscious about everything that's going around her? Is she aware?
Don't know.
Does she think I abandoned her there for
I'm not
12
an
years?
expert. My knowledge of this is limited. Would have to talk to a necromancer. Are wizards who study this, I'm told.
John nods like vehemently, looks, and then he looks back at Iris and says, "Thank you, Iris. This really helped me out."
I guess you can continue on enjoying your blissful existence. Is this sort of small, well, it's not a dust devil, probably gonna be a snow devil in this case, rises up as it sort of dissipates. You see none other than Victor sort of standing in front of you two, looking a bit worse for wear. As she glances in his direction, he'll say, "I'm here. Now let him go." Kind of crosses her arms. Pretty sure that was not the deal, Victor. I am gonna make Fiona a better offer. Go and tell her that I am ready to give her the entire method. As she sort of stands up, nods, and disappears into as her form sort of cracks and the ice shatters. As Victor looks at you and says, "Are you like?" As he like checks your injuries, goes up to you, and as he like casts a spell, you can feel your wounds knitting as the pain dissipates. As soon as he's done that, he's like starts coughing up more blood.
Oh, did he just hurt himself to heal me?
Yeah.
Oh my god. My brother from another mother. You don't. He's just going to reach and like stop Victor. Like, you don't need to do that. I know it's hurting you. I'm fine. Just they roughed me up a bit, but didn't do nothing too serious.
I heard No Knight came to take you in.
Yeah, tough lady. Yeah.
You even understand What an understatement you just made.
No, I think I partly understand very well. I just I can't say I didn't expect you to come because I did, but part of me. Are you sure about what you're doing, Victor? Is Cammy safe?
She is. She will be. They don't care about don't care as much about her as what she is, how she came to be. I'm
I
gonna
see.
just
Is
give them
that
what they actually want.
you think they're actually going to leave you alone with
Me?
that?
Me, no. Her? Wanda? Yes.
Why not you?
Because I'm the anomaly. Origin, as they called me. And a year or so ago, tried to forcibly turn people into Fae. That kind of... I was stopped by an alliance. In a demon lord, angels, and some dragons, but they took that in stride. Well, doesn't mean they're gonna quit. Want to figure out. They want to figure out desperately. They want to figure out how have more Fae, I guess.
John is looking at him so fucking sad. I see. Is there no other way about this? Of course there isn't. You must have thought about every other possible way.
Safest option. It's too risky
The
to pick a fight
safest.
with them.
For now. Is that it? Are they just going to keep you here and not let you go?
I honestly
Not
don't
even
know.
to see Cammy?
I honestly don't know. I doubt it. Not after what happened to the last guy. They...
The
Think-
last guy.
There was a kid that they experimented on. Forcibly turned him into Fae. It was unpleasant to say the least. And well, the reason why they failed is because, well, it's many reasons, but one of them was the fact that it relied on his cooperation, their schemes. You can imagine that someone that's being kept a prisoner is not going to be very cooperative. I think they've learned and keep the leash much tighter.
I see. But you're not just some random kid, Victor. You know these people. And they know you. Well,
That's exactly.
he just like
I will be able to.
gets closer and like starts whispering. We just need some time to figure this out.
Listen to me. It's not just the fake courts that are after her. The angels.
I know.
As I can deal with Fae. I cannot deal with angels. Just can't. There. See this? As he like gestures around. Fae monarch in this place might as well be a god to you. And snap her fingers and you'll die. All the air in your lungs will just freeze solid and you'll just die. You know what the angels did to a monarch last time? They opened a portal, forcibly entered here, walked up, sword in hand, just killed them. Killed her right there, in her own house, in her own court. These people have so much firepower, cannot even begin to handle it. Their schemes are the courts, they've been looking for Cammy for years. Tracking, trying to pinpoint her location, waiting patiently. Makes sense that they found her. I expected this. How long did it take the angels to get to her? A few days?
Something like that.
I'm not sure if I will be able to leave this place. So I need you to I need you to get this to Wanda, please, as he's gonna hand you like a letter. And tell Cammy that I'm sorry. Like, feels kind of bad to make your own child cry. It's,
No,
maybe
listen to me,
even
Victor.
come back.
I trust your judgment on this. You are the expert. I won't do anything to endanger her, but this can't be the last time we see each other, and this can't be the last time you see your daughter. I will make sure of that. There must be a way. I refuse to accept there isn't.
He sort of smiles, nods, as he puts his arm on your shoulder.
No!
Says,
Oh!
that's why I always admired the optimism. Take care, John. As you feel yourself being yanked as an invisible force pulls at you, as you stumble backwards into your own workshop at the entrance of the garage.
How busted is my place?
Not that much. They just kind of wanted to capture you. There's like one spot on the outside wall where the ice spike implanted itself at some when she attacked you, but that's it.
Well, I don't remember, Red. Did Wanda give John her number? I think she did, right?
I think we can say yeah, because we did the transaction. You said you would get some more books. We
Yeah.
can say it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So John is immediately going to text Wanda and say, This is John. I have something for you. Can we meet someplace safe? Question mark. And he's going to write safe in like very big letters.
Speaking of which, Wanda, been
Yes.
drinking at the bar for a bit. Would you take your leave, or you just kind of try and unwind?
I think there's a moment where she thinks about it, but she still has a job to do. So she would probably eventually thank Satara for the show, but she can't stay and have fun. She has to get things done, basically.
Yeah, as you get up and as you are walking out, you'll see a very angry looking Darius sort of at the exit. Sees you approaching
Oh.
him, and he seems a bit, seems like he's been standing here for a while. I see, like, he just says, well, good news.
What? You don't look like there's good news.
We got your daughter. She's safe. She's back.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So you don't look happy. Where's what happened? Where are they?
I'm not sure on the details exactly, but she was crying and saying something about Victor going and offering himself the courts.
Wait, what?
I don't listen. It's we have a few fake contacts. We'll reach out and learn what the hell actually happened. No, I'm not
But-
happy about this. I'm in fact quite upset.
I don't understand. He has to have a plan.
Listen, just I think your daughter needs you right now. I'll reach back out when we have a better grasp of the situation.
Wanda just nods. She was probably baffled, grappling with the whole thing, but mentioning of Cammy, she tries to put herself together. Okay, where is she?
And gestures for you to follow him. Gonna lead you down a couple of corridors as you are kind of you see her sitting on a couch as she looks like she has been crying a lot. Next to her there is this younger man looking as he kind of has like an actual box of tea. As it looks like he's trying to console her.
Mm.
As he sees you two approach, he gets up and okay, Jay, just let them out and something out. As the moment she sees you, she is gonna like rush to give you a hug.
Yeah, Wanda's probably rushing halfway there to meet her as they just holds her tight. Oh my gosh,
Just left. I told him not to do it. He just said this is to keep us safe.
It's okay. It's okay, okay? We'll figure this out. It's gonna be alright.
I don't. What's gonna happen to him? What's gonna happen to us?
Nothing's gonna happen to you, okay? I promise you. You're gonna be alright, okay? We're gonna figure this out. Everything's gonna be alright, I promise. You're gonna be alright.
Yeah, she's gonna sort of hug you tightly
Yeah.
as eventually be escorted outside. As the young man looks at her and says, "Hey, keep in touch. If you need anything." I looks at you, Wanda, and says, "I have a bit of experience going through what she is right now."
Are you the fellow Darius mentioned?
He hangs out with an eclectic bunch, but also
Thank you.
and know that, like, if you ever need like a safe haven, my I guess grandparents have a safe place.
Okay. Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
No worries, I know this is gonna be tough.
It is.
As he's
We'll be
gonna
okay.
just gonna give you a pat on the shoulder before turning around. And as you walk outside, your phone does ring as the message from John kicks in.
Wanda was told that John was the person who got caught, right? By
Yep.
everyone else. Okay. Yeah, she will try not to show too much emotion as she will text Johnny to meet, presumably at the cemetery that Victor and her would exchange for Cammy and stuff near her. Haven at the very least. Would that be considered a safe place, or would actually would
I think it would
Inferno? Okay. She's gonna
much
try
more
to.
poetic to meet in this.
He will take Cammy home, trying to reassure her the entire time.
Yeah, you
I'm not
would,
sure if
you
she's in
would
the right. Yeah.
probably be able to get her into the sanctum as you'll double back around to up with Johnny as you rendezvous cemetery, two of you.
Johnny looks bad. Like, I think the last time, which was the first time you saw him, he was like very put together. This time, oof, he's like looks like he hasn't slept in. I think there's also blood on his. He hasn't changed. He was tortured a bit, so.
You are also healed.
I was also healed, so there's holes, I guess, where wounds where.
His clothes look ragged, but he looks like he is not wounded right now.
Yeah, Wanda doesn't look too good either. She probably is like she's not as disheveled as he is, but yeah, I'm sure you could tell she's not in a good spot right now either.
Well, listen, Miss Wanda, I know we don't know each other that much, but he just like goes towards Wanda and drops like a duffel bag and reaches to give Wanda a letter. Victor gave me this gift to you. He came to rescue me. They were at my place watching them. I'm not sure if you were told, but he came for me and basically offered himself for your and Cammy's safety.
He takes a breath. Yeah, part of me wants to be angry at you, but it's not your fault. Glad to see that you're okay.
Oof. I think he just kind of smiles. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen to him. He wasn't very sure either. He was talking about that he was going to give them the method, I guess, to make more Fae so that they wouldn't need Cammy anymore. And that he was the key to it. He was
Yeah.
the anomaly.
Wanda looks. She doesn't know enough to pinpoint exactly what it is, but she doesn't like what you're telling her. I don't think I. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Is Cammy okay? I don't need and I don't want to know where she is. Maybe it's safer that way, that I don't know.
She's okay. She as much as you can be at the situation, I guess. Her and Victor just met. Now it's well, now it's this.
He will push the duffel bag towards Wanda and say, after all this, I think it's fair that she should have this. These are old gifts Victor left at my place for her during the years. She was always meant to have them, so if you would please give it to her.
Yeah. There's a. I'm not too sure if you know Darius.
Do I know? I don't think I know theirs.
I think you've met with them briefly.
No, I haven't.
No?
They've. He's trying to help Victor. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. But if you talk to him, maybe something can come out of that. She will give you Darius's number.
I see Red. Red is pushing me towards now. I see Red. I accept this.
What do you mean? It makes sense for the story.
I haven't met him, no, but yes, might be useful. And Miss Wanda, there's always something we can do. Of course, this is what happened. This was Victor's plan. He always has plans, but it's not the last time I mean to see him. And I hope you don't give up yet.
You're not wrong. At the very least, I just feels like things are happening too fast. Never have time to really think or act or do anything.
Well, when things are happening this fast, the most important thing is to keep up. There's no point in standing still.
True enough. Well, we'll get him back. All right.
Yes. Would you please say hello to Cammy from me? Tell her I'm fine. And I'm sad she was worried.
I will. Hopefully some good news in that regard, but thank you.
No problem. Call me if you need anything.
He nods. Picks up the duffel bag, I presume.
It's gonna say
Yeah.
more than a duffel bag. Probably like at least At least 2.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
I
gifts.
don't know the magnitude.
But yeah.
It's like at least 15 things. By the way, I don't know what's in there. Is there's like the last gift for Cammy was a nuclear bomb, basically.
Come on, it was a basic spell book. No, but you
like
can see.
I give you an arsenal.
Yeah, you can see like a lot of them are just. They start. It's a progression as the years go on. You can see it started out with children's toys, sort of storybooks, puzzles, as they sort of progress and get increasingly more intricate. The interesting thing is none of them look. They all look handmade. They all have a certain uniqueness to it. You are pretty sure he didn't buy these. Probably handmade everything, from the clothes to the toys to the puzzles themselves, the wooden carvings, the paintings, everything. Everything is made with excruciating an excruciating amount of detail.
Gotcha. The dilemma she's having is, should I just wait? Should I try to be positive, let Victor be the one to give this to her, or should I let her have this now? It's the problem
No,
she's having.
I'll let you think on that. The real question is, are you gonna read that letter?
I think once she puts the gifts up, there's a moment of hesitation before she decides, rip that band-aid off now.
Break the seal, and unlike most of his things, this is written messily. Should indicate the rather dire state he was when he wrote this. It says, I know this won't find you at a great time. At least for now, you and Cammy should be safe. I've offered myself up as a bargaining chip, not only to keep the courts off of your back, but to also ensure that they will provide protection against the hosts of heaven. I am sorry coming back, involving both you and Cammy in this mess. I love both of you more than anything in the world, and small price to pay for your safety, well-being. Apologize to Cammy on my behalf. Yet again, it seems I can only make her cry, make you dislike me as well. Take care of yourself. With love, Victor. I was Red, you're cutting out. Even Discord couldn't handle this. Like, no, fuck this.
Red was like, nah, I'm done. Fuck you.
Listen, you should have suspected something the moment I put sad music on.
Oh, Grant, I can't hear the music. I'm playing from my phone.
Damn, well. There's emotional music playing in the background. If Red eventually gets to reconnect. In the meantime, I'm gonna switch. I think we need a bit of levity here. As Claire, you take your leave. As presumably, as you try and make sense of this latest vision of yours. And maybe it was when you scribbled it down on a piece of paper, maybe when you thought about it. But yeah, no, if you bunch the letters a bit close, it does look like a weird way to spell enigma. As your phone rings, there's an unknown number on it.
What fucking gamer are you about to put in front of me? Okay. An unknown number.
Yeah.
I will answer it.
As you hear a woman's voice on the other end, it says, is this, Claire?
This is.
Ah, lovely speaking to you. My name is Eniko. I believe you may know of me. Slightly.
Yes. Just heard about you.
That I was worried I might have mistimed this. I never mistime
No, your
things.
timing is perfect.
It usually is for us. So, well, I will be waiting at my apartment for a visit from you. A nice hot cup of coffee. I believe we have an enigma to solve.
Yeah, I think we do.
Lovely, lovely. I'll be waiting. Don't take too long. You never know when mystery might catch up to you.
The what?
The mystery. Catch you later. And she just closes the phone call.
Okay.
On that note,